Previously on MN Mopar Minivan.
Now, these ones are getting more fun to get out of here.
Yeah.
I assume you're not in the biggest rush to get rid of them.
This is going to take me 10 years.
Yeah, so they're not going to go get scrapped in a week, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's a problem. I bought a shovel for that. But today is the day to get the 91 Shorty Caravan out of here. Old torque wrench. No, it spins. No. See, that's not so bad. It kind of looks like a van. If it had a front grille, a hood ornament, and a rear bumper, it wouldn't look so bad. Gotcha. All right, now it looks like an engine. She's legal. Kind of. On paper, she's legal. Boom. Rough. Makes sense. Let's watch that oil pressure light. There it goes. See that? Wake up. It like wants to. There it goes. Okay, next thing we have checked. I checked the plug going to the fuel injectors. All of those ohm out just fine. Going back to the computer, all that seems to be good. That would be this plug right here.
Five months later.
So, where did we leave off this time? On Kerry, the 91 Caravan. 100%. Well, I am 100%. I was supposed to come out here and try hooking up this wiring quick. I didn't get to it, so here it sits. Today is the day we're going to try it, but I've had a little thinking going on about it. We might run into some issues. So, namely, first, I don't know, and I'm not going to check if I don't think it would be any different. The plug going into the firewall, if the wiring is any different, you know, like pinned out differently from the old to the new, we'll find out, I guess, right? But the other thing I thought was if we get that far, if we have spark, the injectors are probably different. I know the 3.3s, they changed from like a high impedance to a low impedance or vice versa. So depending on which computer we use, if we can use the 91 computer on this harness, we're good. But if we have to use this 95 computer or 94, 95, whatever the one of the two is, we'll might have to pull the intake off to switch the injectors. I'm not sure. Otherwise, we need to figure out this van. So I'd like to know if this engine will run and if it'll drive while it's still in here, because that would save me a little bit of time here. Unfortunately, I and I think I brought this up before. I don't know which clip I'll use or if I'll just kind of repeat myself here. This van is really, really, really rotten. On the outside, this doesn't bother me so much. It's underneath that's pretty bad. It's like really bad. And I don't have the time or the resources, I think, to fix it. But I have another van that is in need of a motor. And why not put a lower mile transmission with it too, if this one works. Which is why I want to test it while it's in this van. And also get this van to run and drive again. But I think she's going to be a parts donor. I think that is what it should have been, or what it's the best case. It should have been crushed. But best case scenario, I think this will be a great parts donor for more than one van. But that one being the first one. I don't have the resources to save it. And the more this sits here, the less I can try to save something else that's more worthy. Because I do only have a limited amount of space that I can utilize. Let's see where we get here. And if we don't get anywhere too far, I think we're just going to yank the drivetrain out of it. I'm about 20 minutes in, and I've got just about the entire harness pulled out, with the small exception of just the starter that needs to come out, the wires for that. And I'm going to put some air in this tire just to get the van up in the air so I can slide underneath it here quick. And should have that unbolted. That should be the old harness out. I was looking at the firewall plugs, and they actually look the exact same, which I figured. The only difference is every pin is in the same spot and or missing one, except for this pin right here. There's an extra pin here and only one at the top. What that wire is, I don't know. Is it important? I don't know. I guess we'll find out, right? But otherwise, it looks the same. I got a feeling that'll just be fine. There's no reason Chrysler would have changed that or made anything funny. Out with the old, in with the slightly newer, probably just as bad harness. And just like that, the new harness is in. Didn't take long at all. Pretty well. Everything's got a home. There's an extra EGR plug for EGR, which we don't have. And I think the only big thing we're missing, is the plug that goes down to the speed sensor, because by 95 it was read by the speed sensors on the transmission. The O2 sensor plug is different, and the rad fan plug is different. Other than that, everything is pretty well the same. Everything plugged in, had a home. It was no big deal. Formed fit in the same spot. Just got it all loosely plugged in. I'm going to go get a battery and the jump box, and I say we'll hook it up and we'll see if it burns to the ground. And hopefully, maybe we'll have something. We'll see if we have any electrical at all. If nothing else, this is a good test to see how plug and play this really is, because I was told this was not possible. So it clearly fit. Everything seems to have bolted up just fine. We'll see. All right, the time has come. We have a battery. I've got really creative with the positive cables and with the negatives. With the negative, I took the whole negative harness off the old harness, so we've got a bit ground on the engine, and we've got the ground going to here, and then I kind of just stripped and twisted them together there to the new harness. Positive's hot. See what happens. Pulled juice. Did you see that? Drew a lot of current, actually. It's hot, and it isn't burning to the ground yet. Do we have anything? Keys. No dome lights or anything. Oh, hey, look at that. Got a radio. We do not have a check engine light, but we got a fuel light and a door ajar light. What else do we have? Do we have headlights? I think we do. Huh, it's almost as if it works. We've got all of our headlights. Kerry, the 91 Caravan, appears to be alive again. I kind of just want to do a check on everything, just to see what we have, what we don't. Looks like we got tail lights. Got both tail lights. No license plate lights. I don't remember if those are burned out or not. Do we have blinkers? Nothing up here like we didn't have before, but the blinkers do work. Look at that. Up front, I'm assuming so. Yep. assuming... Oh, hey! Hey, look what started working. Hey, hello. The other side. We'll let that eat for a minute. That might start working. Got a rear? Got a front? I'm assuming so because it's not fast blinking. We do in fact have a front. I think I know why we didn't have a dome light. That would be why. Dome light is on both rears. Fronts do work. Okay. Yeah, we got gauges. How about a radio? Do in fact have a radio. I remember this. Someone was telling me there was a reason why this does what it does in the comments of another video. I think it was 100.9 that came in on this, if I remember right. And I got nothing coming in. I can hear something, but the radio does work. The speakers are working. Look at that. That motor's locked up because it draws current. You see it dim? And I can hear it click. So that tries to work. Got that? Nothing there. Does it crank? No crank. But the wire on the starter was kind of loose, I'm not going to lie to you. Or we could be missing a relay, who knows. Got no start, no check engine light. Okay, so quite possibly that computer could be bad, or we need to switch to the other computer. I think that's what we're going to have to do. So I think we're going to pull the other computer out. We're going to swap computers over to the 95 engine computer. And we'll go from there, because it looks like we have all of our relays. Not to say they work, but we have them. We'll try that real quick, and I guess I'll bring you back. All right, 95 or 94 computers in, battery's hot. Let's see what happens. Honestly, if we don't get any real signs of life, I think this is going to be it. I think so, because I'm not going to put too much more effort into this, but let's see what happens here. We got dome lights. Got no computer, no crank. We got interior power because, well, I would argue we're getting 12 volts to the interior, the engine, or the BCM's turning on. Turning all this stuff on, but it won't talk to any of the engine computers. It would be my hunch. I think that's what we got going on here. We're not getting any starter, nothing. Horn works. Oh, there it goes. Hey, we got those bulbs back. That's a first. Those did not work before. Look at that. Still no hazards. I think that's it. I don't think Kerry, our 91 Dodge Caravan with only 82,000 miles, will ever run or drive again, at least in this form. Well, there she is out in the daylight. Ah, it's too bad because I really love how this van looks. All right, I gotta block it. I tried to let it go and it wants to come back in here. Oh. Ah. Forgot about that. I threw a bunch of garbage underneath it. That would be the trans cooler off of it. And I believe the rad fan appears to be good. The rad fan's okay. This is garbage right here. I borrowed the radiator from this thing to use for another project. And I guess I took all this stuff off and I kind of forgot about it. So, yeah, look at that. She sees daylight again. We'll put that there. I need a block of some kind. Something to keep it from rolling. Target board here. That might work. That ought to do something, maybe. New truck's doing fantastic. Tow hook's coming in handy there. I cheated and I put it right around this because one, I didn't really care, and two, I didn't really care. Seems like the bumper's all right. Just kind of flexed it a little bit here, but it should unflex the way it was looking. No cracks or anything, so we'll probably pull that off and save it. We'll see. I like the chrome. There. Perfect. We'll leave this running. I'll back it up over to the trailer there and have it ready, I guess. There we go. Mint. Like we were never even here. Rolled pretty easily though. That's me paying myself back because I freed everything up beforehand. Okay, let the disassembly begin. Oh, that's right. Why did I lock that? Oh, I didn't. Oh, the hood latch isn't even there. I'd say we're almost ready to get the engine and trans extracted. Got the exhaust cut off, got the muffler out. That fell off, so we'll keep it, I guess. I got both axles out of it. I cannot believe that all that hardware came apart. The bottom nuts on both of them got rusted down to 18 mils, but they came out. The axle nuts came right out. They were lubed up and everything. It was a side-by-side, expensive side-by-side too. Yeah, both axles are out. I got the power steering lines cut off. Obviously, we still have the cat on there, but that's fine. We were going to leave that on there. I'm getting ready to cut the front support off. This bolt for the fan is stuck here. The fan seems good, I think. It's kind of tight, but like not really. So we'll cut the support here and pull the whole fan out with it. Cut it there, cut it here. This headlight assembly is good, so we'll pull this one out. This one's kind of broke, so I'm not even going to worry about it. See, this guy's all loose, and this is busted here. So we won't worry about that assembly, but we will get the driver's side one because it is good. Nothing wrong with it. At least we'll attempt to. Otherwise, all we got left is the motor mounts. And so all I'm going to do, my plan is, unbolt here, we'll wrap the chain around the bottom of that. We'll use that mount to pull it up. And I think we'll do the same on this side. We'll just unbolt the two there and we'll wrap the chain around it and we'll pull it up that way. And then we just got to make sure that is unbolted up there. I think we pull that whole bracket off and give us the clearance. And then we should be able to just lift it straight up. With the 3.0, it looks like I've got a little bit more clearance than a 3.3, so I can shift it over and I'm not have to worry about banging anything, it looks like. So I think this will come out pretty easy, especially since we're going to kind of go forward. And I might, once I get this headlight out, trim it out just a little more, just to get some more space, and we just go straight out. Might just cut it here too. We'll see. I'm going to go to town with a Sawzall. You guys will get to watch. It'll be fun. I think these bulbs are good. So, well, that was sealed. Wow, that let out air. Yeah, those bulbs are really good, actually. Those are General Electrics. Doesn't have a date on it, but those are good bulbs. We'll save those if we don't damage them sitting over here. Never hurts to have more spare bulbs. Yeah, listen to that. Those are sealed. The assemblies they're sealed good, I guess. So that's kind of nuts, actually. Yeah, because what's wrong with this? Yeah, this guy in the bottom adjusters blew out the little bushing or whatever ball joint. It's a shame. Okay, but yeah, we're almost ready to get that pulled out. And then once that's out, we've got plenty of interior stuff to do left, but we'll see. This is the big money item right there, is that low mile engine. I'm surprised that came out, to be honest with you. Come here, Mr. KTM. Y'all gotta be present while I pull the plates off. I'm forcing you to watch me. That's surprising that came out too. Well, there you go. That's how you remove a radiator fan. Look at all the room for activities in there. Yeah, we should be able to pluck that right out. I do got to unbolt the trans bolt, though. I forgot about that part. I tell you, that Z-Bart did a really good job protecting these plastics. Look at that. Look how nice and fresh that looks. Now, what it did for the rest of the vehicle, I'm not really sure. But it protected the plastics. I do believe we're ready to pluck that thing out of there. I just got to get the trans mount bolts out once I get it unbinded here, which I think I've got it unbound. Grab the impact here. It's so unbound I can't get it to spin out. I need to like punch it out. This will work. Trying to not cut a artery on those, nice slices we made. Actually, pay attention to what I'm doing here, because I will do that if I'm not freaking careful. Now she's tilted. That's out of there. That puts the harmonic right up in the side of the rail there. So let's try to get it over that way a little ways. Then I think we can just kind of pick it up here. It to come forward, or I need the van to go backwards. And the way we're at here, I think, well, maybe. No, I think I want the van to go backwards. So let me get some tires on this thing. Oh, and I suppose we'll have to lower the van will get lowered when it goes down. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna put some tires on the van. We're going to roll the van out from under it. Good enough. Now actually I want to lower the engine a little bit because the car's going to go down. Go like that, I think. Now let's bring... Arguably I could have done that before I started lifting the engine, but I wasn't thinking. Heat index, I believe, is 110 right now. We're working in the shade, so it's not so bad, but it's hot. It is very, very, very hot outside. And this is the jack that doesn't like to mesh the gears anymore. But there we go. So, I mean, I think. Oh, I gotta remove the bag. See, my train of thought's gone. It's gone. It might just roll when I pluck the bag. Yeah. Straighten the steering out here. It might be good if I just kind of push the van out of here. Maybe go a little higher. The cat wants to hit the power steering rack. There. Something like that. There we go. Really? It's holding on for dear life. The frickin' I left the bracket on there when I cut the cat, and it's decided that it wants to hold on. Of course. Yeah. Why wouldn't it do something like that? All right, don't mind me. Just gonna. There we go. It's free until we hit the next bit here. Okay. Goodbye. Ta-da! That's one way to do that. So I got the cat cut off. The engine and transmission are done. That's ready to go. I think next what I want to do is I'm going to see if I can pull this windshield. Now it's stuck on there pretty good. I pulled the little rubber molding out from around it. Windshield does have a crack in it, so we got to be careful because I do have a purpose for it if I can get it out, but also secondary purpose. I want to learn how to use this. I've had this sitting on the shelf for a while. I bought it, never had a reason to use it. I kind of want to learn, and this is the perfect windshield to learn on because there's nothing to lose, only to gain. So we'll see if we can get this windshield out, I think, and we'll go from there. I'm sure it's a combination of me not knowing what I'm doing, but also this tool's a piece of crap. It sucks. Cracked the windshield in a few spots. Not going to worry about it. I don't like this tool. I don't think I'll ever use it again. But it's not sharp enough. I don't know, and it doesn't... There's a lot of goop on this windshield. Hard to get into it. I don't know. Maybe I just suck at it. Whatever. I tried. Alright, bring you in for a couple updates. As you can see, I got the steering column out and a bunch of trim pieces. I got the dash pretty well tore apart as far as I'm going to go, but over here is where I got some fun stuff. A couple things here. Remember how we could never get signal with the radio? You guys should remember that from a couple minutes ago. Well, I realized this when I pulled the fender off that, what do we want to call them? Squatters ate the antenna cable, so that explains that. Then we come over here. I am about to cut these two optional lights out because these are going to be upgrades for the 91 Grand Caravan SE, otherwise known as, I believe, Blueberry. So I believe I don't need the harness because you just take the switch and you plug it in and boom, you've got a light for the glove box, and then got that light down here. But when I went into the glove box, I pulled out a fresh mouse nest, and then when I pulled out the glove box door, which we need the black trim piece off of right here, we need that trim piece for the Blueberry as well, because Blueberry says Plymouth Voyager on it, and it's not supposed to. So I don't know what happened there or why that happened or what occurred, but that's going to fix that. But underneath, we found some goodies. We found a McDonald's moist towelette with a copyright 1986 on it. Found this sheet of paper here that's got some writing on it. It's got something written that where it's stained. I can't see. There's a cell number, Mike, and then there's a home phone and a cell number, and I can't quite make them out, so you guys can't either, but 763 whatever. And then we've got this cool thing. You guys tell me what this is. St. Paul, Minnesota, stamp December 16th, 1999. Postmark stuff. Receiving office, dispatching clerk, receiving clerk. It's got to be some sort of tracking for some sort of shipment. Looks like there's 3 shipments or whatever. I don't know. Some sort of Minneapolis to St. Paul, Minneapolis to St. Paul. Yeah, there's some sort of tracking going on there. That's kind of cool. Somebody replaced this glass in the passenger window, I think. So I'd come up, pulled the panel off, and somebody been here before. This is adjusted. This is loose. It was missing a screw there. Not to mention it had this weird power lock switch on here for some reason. We have the original one. It was in the van. I have it over there somewhere. The one without that. But I noticed this when I pulled it out, and see this little guy here. What this guy is the little guy on the other side here that holds the screw threads on. These are a left-hand thread, by the way. They're opposite what they should be. Anyway, so it is an OEM glass, but somebody replaced it at some point. Just kind of neat. I am going to save all the glass. I don't have a set of glass. And you really don't need it until you need it, and then you can't find it, and then you get water inside. So having a full set of glass here will be nice. And then obviously I'm pulling all of the locks and stuff because we have a matching key set. Otherwise, we're getting there. We're almost there. Storm here. I must hurry. I'm almost done. I've got the back all ripped out here. Just about to get that window out, and then I just gotta rip this trim off, get those windows out, and we're done. All right, well, we're done. I've been panic cleaning up. This storm's about to get me, and it's a sketchy looking one too. Just starting to sprinkle now. Snowmobile gets to sit under the tree, that's fine. The van's all got it. I got the motor. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. I have no idea. I think I'm just gonna try wrap a tarp around it quick. But I got everything cleaned up, got all the junk thrown back in here. There's all of our stuff in there that we saved. That's a fat pile. I think we got every belt but the passenger belt because I'm too lazy at this point. So I got it rolled out of the shed. Like I said, I think I'm just gonna get a tarp on this. We'll come by tomorrow when it's nicer out and we'll take a look at this. Look at this. If the tree doesn't fall on it, but you know, that'd be really good, wouldn't it? Anyway, she's a beaut, unfortunately. But Kerry here will live on. Kerry will live on. That's Kerry right there. This is the old body. That's Kerry. Kerry is living on right there. So that ain't the end of Kerry. It's the end of this Kerry though, the 91 Caravan. But we'll be back tomorrow. I'll give you a good look at what we did and what's left of it. And then obviously you get to see it loaded up on the trailer. And I think I'm gonna keep it around for a couple days because I do need some sheet metal, and the perfect thing to cut sheet metal out of is an old car like this. So I might be using on some of it a little bit for another vehicle. Like I said, more stuff it's saving. She's going to good use. Best use it would have ever went to. Look at that. Calm in here. So that's a good haul. Definitely got some useful parts here. I don't know how long it's going to take to go through them all, but hey, nice to have a bunch of this stuff when you need it. She's done. That's it. Probably come in and grab a couple more of these while I got some time here. We'll see though. I don't know. I already grabbed a bunch. I just saw something though. But I just saw that rolled under the seat. We almost lost. Good save. Alright, task is, I think we need to get the motor out of the way for starters. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Maybe just drag it out of the way. Throw my back out. And we got to hook the truck to the trailer. I've never hooked this new truck up to the trailer yet. Still got to figure out the wiring on it, the trailer lights and stuff. Probably find a new adapter, to be honest. Get the trailer pulled out. And then this truck is really in the way. Really, really, really in the way. And it's unmovable where it sits. Probably what I'm going to do is we'll pull the trailer out. And then we'll take the van and we'll pull the van out this way. Because we want to load it on the trailer backwards. One, because there's no weight, so it doesn't matter how you load it now. And two, I don't want the stuff to fall out the back as it goes down the road. So we'll pull the van out this way and then load it on the trailer as the trailer sits here. I think that's the play. It's just going to be difficult because there's no way to steer the vehicle. But we got to get the motor and engine out of here first, which got quickly ratchet strapped as it started to downpour. Let's see. Release. I don't know if I'll be able to release this with one hand. Anyway, you get the idea. It's almost done. Almost done. Alright, I was able to push it around. I should be able to get something to back up to that and get that loaded up on the back of the truck, I think. So we should be okay. There's how we're looking. She's up in the air. Truck, we're gonna back right over it, I think. That's my play. Well, that's about as close as I can get, so we'll see how that goes. Should be fine. Well, here we are, got the engine stand here, got the truck pulled up front, ready to just lift it off and drive the truck out. So, got the new truck hooked up to the trailer. First thing I'll say right off the get-go is the trailer sits a lot better. And this has got a drop hitch on it. I've got the other hitch. I think it's in the back of the truck. My hitch doesn't drop as low as that. And that might even help us a little bit more, get the trailer up just a hair more. But I got to get this hitch out of here first to be able to swap them over. But that seems like it fits okay. And trailer, like I said, the trailer looks like it sits better. This truck's up higher. Nice. That should be good. Now we just got to try and maneuver that van out from back there. At some point I should re-screw this in, but I'll just keep doing that. Yeah. Darn Ford. It's in the worst spot ever, but it was a perfect spot to pull the tank. Nice flat ground. But whatever. Oh, she's out of there, though. I got to put air in those tires, too. Otherwise, there we are. She's ready to get pulled out. We do got steering figured out. There's our steering. I cut the boot off the rack there, and I put a vice grip on it. So at least we can adjust the steering angle as needed. I don't know. Where do you guys want to stand? Probably out here. There's where we got to go. Pull it out with the old red Polaris 400. That's been sunk in a river and rolled twice that I'm aware of. I didn't do the sinking in the river and I only rolled it once, just so we're clear. Here goes nothing. You guys didn't even see it. There it is over there. Try not to hit the truck. Try. Well, it looks like I am going to end up saving those 2 Michelins we put on it, so that work was not wasted either. Got 2 vans lying around that still have half-size spares up under them that could use some 14-inch new old stock Michelin full-size spares. So that'll work out great, actually. Got one here. That one's got air in. I think I put air in it, whatever. That came off a Barry. And then I got that one there that somehow still had air in it. Brand new, never used, still got the rubbers on it. Ah, now she's mint. Real race car here. Mint. Alright, here she goes. Last time she's gonna roll. Ever. If this hacker is going to hold on that rope, but we'll see. Turning. Don't do that. That was the muffler strap. Batteries are dead. You guys like that? I should work for a towing company. Well, that's all she wrote. It's freestanding now, it's just kind of sitting there. Okay. The winch does it again, and so does the 94 wood grain Town and Country battery. I don't know why that battery's still around. Been around since the last time we did this, so there's that. That was 2 years ago. And that battery sat dead in the junkyard for like 3 years. I won't ask any questions. Here you go. Oh, it's because it's sitting kitty wampus on the trailer. That's fine. There it be. Alright, she's all strapped down. Strap over the rear axle. Got one on each tire up here. Looks like I gotta clean up my slop still. Gotta get the ramps out of here. Otherwise, I'd argue she's ready to roll. Well, trailer's ready to roll. This is the first time I've actually had the truck and trailer hooked up, and obviously we got a vehicle on it. I think I'm gonna do a lap and just kind of get a feel for it. I can already tell right now. Well, it also helps that this van probably weighs half as what it should, but the truck sits way better with the trailer. Trailer sits way better with this truck. It's not bottoming out or whatever. And I've still got the lower drop, or the bigger drop hitch on it. I wanna get that off of there and put my other one on. But it's sitting pretty good. So I'll probably do a lap, just kind of get a feel for it. I think this truck's gonna do a lot better than the old 90. But We're gonna say that this is all secured. It's secured by gravity. All right, we've been busy doing some cleanup here. Well, doesn't look like it out here, but here's all the parts out of Kerry, all loaded up in the back of the truck here. Everything that's not staying here. This is all gonna get put away until we need it, hopefully. I just got a couple things here. I got all my tools out there, and we had a bunch of lawnmowers. Otherwise, I don't think you guys have ever seen this pole barn this clean. I think every time you guys have seen it, it's been trashed, because it's been trashed for a while, to be honest with you. It goes into periods of use and disuse. Right now, we're going back into a period of use. Got the shelves all cleaned off. All these cabinets are all filled back up. I had that door taped shut, but clearly it didn't hold. Did you know tape doesn't stick to dust? Otherwise, yeah, got all the extra door panels and stuff. I keep them here for now. I didn't think that van would ever roll again. And Kerry, the 1991 Caravan, is about to be rolled off the trailer. It lives on for now. My younger brother blew up his car all the way up in Detroit Lakes, so obviously I need to go rescue him. And that means Kerry must get off the trailer. I figured I would advise you of that, because I figure it's probably where I'll include, maybe I'll include the clips of us if I take any filming up there. His 2000, what is it, an 8 VW Passat, aptly named the Pissot. The timing chain snapped up there, and it's dead. So, yeah, you know, I must drag the Pissot home, where I will be unfortunately tasked with putting a motor in it, probably. Great. I won't film that, but, you know, that's a thing that'll probably happen. Yeah, great. So, yeah. My new workspace for the next hour. This should be quick, though. Well, there's another one. Hey, that went pretty quickly. Helps when the engine's not in the way. Not helping having the seats here, but it wasn't too bad. The steering column I also had already pulled, so kind of sped things up just a little. But here's the big thing here. I don't have a fan. Fans are like $100. And look at that fan. I know that fan works, and guess what? There's no mouse nest in it, so I think we'll be using that fan for sure. That was worth doing the whole thing really quick. That was worth it. So, but yeah, take a look here. I wish I had these floors. Look at that. Oh, the driver's side look. As rusty as this thing is, we don't have the rotten floor problem that the Blueberry has over there. Professionally removed panel there. It's got a problem on this side. I wouldn't say it's quite as bad as the other van, but it's got a little bit. Are we surprised? No. Anyway, I think that is the last we will be pulling off of this van. And yet, it won't go to the scrap here because Dad needs the truck tomorrow, but, you know, so I'm going to go park it back there again. And then you never know what comes up. Maybe I will need a piece. Maybe I'll need, like, this trim or something, you know. I don't know. I don't right now, so I won't worry about it. And here we are yet again, a few months later, and Kerry is still alive. Somehow, she was evaded going to the scrapyard long enough that well, it's no longer summer. And, yeah, well, it'd been busy, got other things done. Actually, it's a lot more full of junk than it was the first 2 times we tried to scrap it. So, I just pulled the final 2 parts off of it. The caps. This cap has never been banged on, nothing. That's a nice cap. The other one's got a dent in it, but, you know, That's not gonna hurt to have. Otherwise, it's all strapped down. I got a strap in the front. I mean, I got 2 straps in the front. DOT people. And then there's two straps in the rear. Good to go. It's strapped down good. It ain't going anywhere. It's got 3 flat tires. I think one's got air in it. No, 2. That one's got air in it too. Whatever. And then I got a nice strap through the middle there to kind of crush down everything there. We're going this way, so this stuff is not going to fall out this way. It's all heavy shit anyway. This is okay. Maybe, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I wonder if I could probably get more for that engine block as far as scrap goes, but whatever. I don't care. Wire harness in there, a couple of them, I think. We won't talk about the 2 spare tires sitting there. A bunch of rims, fenders off of other things, radiator fan assemblies. There's the hood off of Blueberry. Obviously she's missing some metal here. There's a door here holding that in, that's for sure. Yep. It ain't gonna fall out. Not the trip it's gotta take. We'll be just fine. I'm sure the yard will see this and be like, that guy is nuts. Whatever. They're paying me, so I don't care. Hopefully they pay me. Anyway, this is the end of Kerry, the 1991 Dodge Caravan that we rescued in a muddy, mucky backyard where it had sat since 2005 or 6 or so. I think we were in agreement it was 5. So 20 years, and this is where she ends up. But a lot of good parts went everywhere. This van was way too far gone. Well, I probably could have saved it, drove it around until it rotted in half, which it was my thought. But it's pretty crusty. It's really, really, really crusty. So better off that it ended up donating its parts to vehicles more worthy. And that is the end. Next time you'll see me here in a second, we're gonna watch her get pulled off the trailer and crushed on the scrap pile. And that'll be it. That is the end. Thank you guys for watching this series. Unfortunately, can't save them all. Well, like I said, we saved a few others with this one. I'll see you guys next time. There she goes. Goodbye. There's another one. Look at that.